Hello everyone, so I just wanted to do a little presentation about our Dublin campaign, which I've put together with Tina, Diane and Igor. It's under these circumstances, this is the best that it gets when it comes to a presentation realistically. But I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what we have put together and give you a bit more of a context when it comes to everything, okay? Now, first and foremost, I hope you're all well. I hope everything's fine with yourselves and you're all keeping safe. So, without further ado, I'm just going to move on to it, really. The presentation isn't unfortunately going to be the most fantastic one, because the conditions aren't ideal, but we do the best with what we can. So I'll show you the PowerPoint here now, just bear with me, and then I'll give you more of an explanation with regards to everything that we have put together so far, or that we have put together overall. Really enjoyed doing it now, so I hope you're going to enjoy it as much as ourselves. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to exhibit all the photos, because I do think the photos that we did manage to take before the pandemic happened were fantastic and would have been great at an exhibition. But I mean, at least we can share them here anyway. So let me get the PowerPoint up here for you. Okay, so this is our PowerPoint, just giving you a little bit more information about the blog. So let me play that for you now. So this is our names here now, obviously. So myself, Kinga, my student number, then Diane, Tina and Igor. We were all working together as a team, and we've done a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. So the link here is where you can find our blog. Okay, I'm going to leave that for the time being, because what I want to show you first is the pictures. Now I'm also going to send them over to Susan, because I don't think the quality within the PowerPoint actually came out too great. So basically the idea behind our blog was to create a brief summary of what a tourist should know when coming over to Dublin for a short visit. Now, as you can see, as you will be able to see in a second, we focus on attractions and recreational activities primarily, which should allow to explore the city to its full potential. This is our virtual exhibition, if you may. So this is one of the original pictures that we've taken. So, as I said, these are only within this presentation, these are only the original pictures that we've taken, because some of the pictures that we did include on the blog had to be extracted from the internet due to the situation that we're currently in. However, we did manage to get a good few. So that's another one here now. It's lovely, and that's within our shopping section on the blog. That's the shopping section as well here. This is within the transportation side of things on the blog, okay? The next one that's going to come up here now is just an illustration really of Dublin. We did put it into the things to do section though. There's a few more that we have. So this is the transport side of things that we've done within Dublin, which gives all the guidance on how to purchase tickets and what way it all works and what transportation methods you actually have that you can avail of in Dublin. That's another one here, and that's the same one as well. When I send over the pictures though within the email, you can actually see on the top part here there was a lovely writing, and it was about Women's Day 2020, so that was lovely, with the Irish flag in the background as well. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm going to show you the blog very quickly as well. So this is just a little comment here that says enjoy because you will. Let me see if it works right now. Okay. Okay, just give it 2 seconds. Okay, so we're on our blog page here now. So again, that's the original picture that we've used. These are 2 things that we've inserted. So the map obviously is going to be very good for a person coming over. This is a thing that we found online from YouTube. It just gives you a little virtual tour of Dublin. So I think it's a reporter that's walking around and just showing everything really. If you have a bit of time, definitely give it a watch. I'm just not going to do it right now because it's about 10 minutes long, and I want to just show you the other parts of it. So we've done tourism. So Igor done a great job here. Tourism, obviously the Halfpenny Bridge that you can see. Then we've done 3 things that we wanted to concentrate on. So the Dublinia, Dublin Castle and Kilmahan. It just gives a brief description of everything. It also gives you links to book tickets that bring you directly to the websites. So that's great. Now there's another thing here, if you can see, and it says there's even more things to do. So if we click on that now, that's again another original picture that we've used. And so what to do, and it just is a bit of an essay type style, like a little article that we have, and it just outlines kind of the main points of interest when tourists would be coming over to Dublin. So the one thing here that's really good is it tells you what apps you can use. So for instance, I actually didn't know this until I went into the Guinness Storehouse at the start of the year, but what they've started doing now is you can pre-book your tour. Sorry, that just gives you links to the apps there now, but you can pre-book your tour, and say for instance when you go onto the Passes app, you basically have like an internet wallet, and so you go in, you click then onto your ticket, you scan it at the entrance, and you're good to go. You don't have to be queuing anymore, so it's really good. It then basically just brings you through all the other attractions. So say the Guinness Storehouse, now all the attractions that we list do automatically, when you click on them, bring you to the website to make it easier for the blog user. So we kind of focus on a few things really, like we focus on the history, then we kind of try to cover all points of interest, so depending on the type of tourist that would be coming over. So we have the 2 parks, Phoenix Park and Stephen's Green, and everything kind of links in together, because when talking about Stephen's Green Park, then we have it mentioned about the shopping. So then we have the shopping over here that somebody can have a look and see what they want to do. So if you want to have a look through that yourself, maybe just read through it. It's actually pretty good. So then there's another thing saying how to get there, and that's where we do the transportation side of things. So it says transportation explained. All the pictures here are original pictures, as I said again. So this is just a slight description of it, saying which methods of transport you can use in Dublin. Then it goes on to describe how you pay. So a lot of people might not be aware about the fact, I've seen this myself when I was working at the airport, that when you get onto the bus you need to have an exact change, otherwise you can purchase the Leap cards. But it's just something to keep in mind when you're coming over to Dublin really, because a lot of people might not know about it. And then it just describes the whole transport side of things for people. So that's that there now. The best bars in Dublin, we've also done. Diane listed a good few of them. So it definitely is a big thing. when somebody's coming over. And so because there's culture when it comes to kind of, you know, socializing in pubs and bars, we've different ones listed. So we have the Long Hall, which is a classic Dublin pub. Dropped It Twice is more of an indie bar, and it then obviously shows you where it is exactly and brings you onto the website. There's another one as well. So again, we did try to kind of cover all characters or all individualities. So the traditional pub we have, then we have the vintage cocktail club, which is a little bit of something different if you want to be transported back to the 1920s. So it's kind of a little bit of everything for everyone. The unfortunate thing is that if you look at the map here now, everything says temporarily closed. So that's the way it's going to be. So it's not extremely satisfying at the moment, but you can still go and search for the vintage cocktail club, because that's an adventure of its own. If you don't know where it is, or if you don't know that it's there, rather, you wouldn't ever know that it is at such a good place, really. So this is the last part of it. So as I said, tourism we've covered. That was Igor. He's done a great job on that day. More things to do, and then how to get there would have been myself. The best bars in town was Diane, and then shopping was Tina. So we've divided it all into group work, and we've managed to create a great project out of it. So we've Tina's shopping guide. There's again, it's all our original pictures. There's a good bit of a description here. So I might let you read that there now. But it basically just gives, again, kind of 3 different contrasting types of shops as well. So Carol's Irish gift store. Obviously, if you're coming over as a tourist, you will want to know where to go for souvenirs, etc. Pennies, then everybody knows what Pennies is in Ireland. However, if you're coming over to Ireland, you might not be aware of what it is, and it's definitely something to go into and have a little look around. And then Arnott's, being the oldest department store in Ireland, is also fairly impressive. So that's another that's something that we've listed there now as well. And it just kind of gives you a little bit of background information about those shops as well. So it's definitely worth having a look at. Okay, so I genuinely enjoyed doing this project, rather, and I hope you're gonna enjoy looking at it or looking through it as well. And as I said, I'll send over the original photos in an email as well. But yeah, thank you so much, and stay safe, I guess, and hopefully see you in September. Bye.